Alright, so this is just a quick comparison between Human Alliance Bumblebee right here and the new masterpiece movie Bumblebee. So the reason I'm doing this comparison is kind of because I have some thoughts on the two that I kind of wanted to get across. So for one, the reason why I picked this Bumblebee to kind of do the comparison is because I've always felt like this has been the uh, more full package Bumblebee. You get Sam Witwicky. Um, the alt mode is really good. The bot mode is cool. Yes, there's some inaccuracies to the movie, yada yada, but I feel like it's still a very well-rounded figure. Right now, I'm just going to probably be doing just the robot modes of these two. I hope later I'll do a little vehicle comparison because I have some stuff to say about that. But right now, I'm just doing robot. So, of course, this is the older figure, the cheaper figure right here. And, the movie masterpiece, you pay a masterpiece fee for the masterpiece. So it's going to be a little bit higher quality in terms of this one has die cast, better paint applications for the most part. You have just more detail, but this is still a really good figure on its own. Now this movie does take after the first movie more than the second movie here. This one, I believe, was based off of Revenge of the Fallen, his Revenge of the Fallen appearance. As you can see with some, especially the chest, chest apps, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I kind of forget. This figure is kind of old. But just wanted to show you guys how they stack up against each other and some of my personal thoughts. Now, so from this figure, proportions from the two, I would say that this figure definitely takes the cake. This figure, proportionate, it's fine. Let me move Sam over here. Come on, bye. But this figure, his proportions are good. I think he's okay. But things start to kind of fall apart when you kind of view him from the side. There's that hollow issue that a lot of Bumblebee figures face, and this figure kind of has that, but it probably handles it the best out of the figures I've seen. But this one's a lot more hollow. But as you see on this one, everything's folded in there pretty nicely. Hope it focuses. See, folded in there nicely. So yeah, there's that. Proportions, yeah, this guy wins. This guy takes it. But color-wise, and I guess paint-wise, a little difficult to really make a definite answer on. But I'd still probably say that this one's probably more accurate. This is pretty close as well. I mean, a lot of people say that this one is more of a yellow, while this is an orange. People think that this is more accurate, and it is. I'd say, like, yeah, the orange is a little bit more how he appeared in the movie, color wise. But I think the yellow will grow on you because it grew on me, and I did not like the yellow in pictures that I've seen, and I know in this video he looks very, very yellow, but in person it's definitely dialed back. He's more like of a dull color, like a darker yellow. So that's one thing. That's, in my opinion, I do like this color more. I actually do like this color more, which is surprising because I really didn't like it in pictures, but in person, it just grew on me really quickly. I mean, already, you know. Now, also paint details, of course, this figure has just more of them, but, it's very I feel like the paint is very well done on this figure. Yeah, there's some things that I feel like, yeah, they could have done, a little bit more on, but, the bottom pieces right here, this is a gunmetal gray, as they call it. It definitely comes across in person more than in video. You can kind of see it on the signs up here. You can kind of see like the springs, a little lighter color. But yeah, that's painted. It looks good. It looks good in person. The feet are the feet between these two. Like, that's just a huge difference. I have these kind of folded up. I know there's another way to kind of like transform him to make him look a little bit more movie accurate, with twisting legs and whatnot. But I think this is fine. I think this looks a-okay. Now the head sculpt. Compare the two. Let me focus. Head sculpt. They both have light piping. They both do, but his light piping is definitely more noticeable. Don't really have anything to show it off right now, but it is there, and there's a little bit of paint on the eyes. You can kind of see it right here, the paint. That makes it look a little bit more lifelike. Without the light piping, yeah, it does look dead, but I still think it does a pretty good job. Also in the chest, they're light piping right here and right there that you won't be able to really see, opposed to this figure that is just, it's all painted in. But both of the head sculpts are really good. His head's, of course, bigger. I always felt like he kind of had like a big head kind of going on here, but I think it's also part of the proportions. Like, just his chest area is just really big. Now moving on to the scale, I guess, and size. I really don't feel like, I never really felt like this figure was too big, and I don't feel like this figure is too small. Now, of course, there is a pretty sizable difference. I mean, if you're comparing this guy to other Human Alliance figures, I will tell you right now, he doesn't scale well with them. Probably not as well as I hoped, but I should have kind of known that. But I have Jazz. I'll get him 1 second. Hold on. All right. Okay. So I have Jazz right here. As you can see, height-wise, let me kind of angle him up. Let me set him up a little bit. Height-wise, Jazz is taller, which is, yeah, that's just an example. He doesn't really scale with the Human Alliance figures. As a Human Alliance collector, I did kind of hope that the Masterpiece line would kind of scale with them, but that was just, I kind of had a pit in my stomach that they won't, but hey, worth a try. So if you were hoping for scaling, I'd say, yeah, no, not with these figures. It's not terrible, at least in vehicle mode, it's a little better. But robot mode, oh yeah, it's the scale is pretty off, but yeah. So all in all, I do think if you own, also this is Sam next to Movie Masterpiece Bumblebee, that's fine, I guess, but all in all, I really do think if you have a choice between upgrading from Human Alliance Bumblebee or you own some of the Human Alliance figures, I will say that, be warned, he does not really scale well with them, to be honest. But if you're just looking for a better representation of Bumblebee, then yeah, I would say the Masterpiece figure has him beat, especially in robot mode. Vehicle mode is a little bit more of a toss up. You could kind of go either way. I could see, I'd say right off the bat, real quick, Human Alliance vehicle mode has a lot less panel lines. It's a lot more smooth. The Masterpiece movie has a lot better paint applications in alt mode, but at the same time, he has more panel lines, which some people aren't gonna really like, but it's fine by me. It's fine with me. So yeah, uh, if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with. I'm pretty sure you guys probably know this, but I'm gonna go with Masterpiece movie Bumblebee. It's not as much of a clear cut winner. Of course, this figure is more expensive, but if you're trying to get this figure new, he's still going to be pretty expensive. I mean, uh, it's gonna be probably like $40 if you're trying to get the new, in the box Bumblebee. So, and not the knockoff editions, the KO. But yeah, this is just a quick little video. I hope it wasn't too long. Hope this helped a lot of people kind of see where I'm coming from, or see what's going on with the scale wise of the Human Alliance figures and these Masterpiece figures for the future. Because I was kind of hoping that they would scale a little better in my mind, because I wanted to kind of keep the Human Alliance figures like side by side, and until they hopefully get a masterpiece, a masterpiece version, which I'm hoping for, of Jazz here, because I think Jazz is a phenomenal figure. But it's kind of sad that they don't scale well together too much. But it's not terrible, it really isn't. But yeah, Jazz shouldn't be. Yeah, but yep. So I'm gonna have to give it to movie Masterpiece Bumblebee on this little comparison between these two. It is a very good figure. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I mean, I knew I was probably gonna like it, but I liked it a lot more than what I thought I would. And this right here is quickly growing to be one of my favorite figures. So yeah, all right, guys.